Hey guys, it's me. So I figured since my last video was called my makeup story, I would do a makeup tutorial. Since I haven't done that many of them, I think I've done about 4, maybe. And I've had a few requests to do makeup tutorials. I usually do outfit of the days, but I figured I had about an hour to kill before I actually had to go out, so I got ready a little bit early, and I filmed a makeup tutorial. This is the look. It's kind of like a smoky, a brown smoky eye with a pop of color on the bottom, which is blue. And yeah, it's pretty neutral. It's neutral colors except for the blue, obviously, but I don't like a ton of color, so I just kind of did a pop. And I'm doing it with a nude lip because, well, I always do nude lip, but I think anything darker than a nude lip or just like your natural lips would be too much makeup, like dark eyes and dark lips, and it would just be kind of like too much. I hope you like it. Cool. So I'm starting out with the makeup that I had on earlier today because generally when I do wear eyeshadow, it's at nighttime. And I don't take off all my makeup and reapply it. I usually just kind of add some powder wherever I've gotten oily, and then add my eyeshadow on top of my kind of like eyeliner that I've done for the day. So there's going to be no exception now. I'm not taking off all my makeup and redoing it. So I'm starting off with my winged eyeliner on already. I'm going to do it this way. If you want to do it starting off without your mascara and eyeliner, obviously that would be ideal, but I have it on already, so this is how I usually do it. So you're going to start out with your primer potion or any sort of eyeshadow primer, or you don't have to use, you can skip this step, but I'm going to use it because I don't like when my eyeshadow creases, because I have very big creases in my eyelids to begin with. As you can tell, I barely have eyelids. They're like a centimeter big. A little bit on top, and then I put a little bit like underneath my eye, kind of like that, and then in the corner. And do that to both eyes. I'm being really careful because I have eyeliner on already. If you are doing it like I am, you can do it, obviously. It's just hard, and try not to rub it into where your eyeliner is. Like, try and go all the way around the eyeliner, because once it mixes in with the eyeliner and becomes all dark, it's just going to look like you got punched in the eye. Let's get started with the eyeshadow part. Now that I have my primer on, I'm going to use, the first color I'm going to use is from the Naked palette, the Urban Decay Naked palette. So the color I'm going to use is called Buck, and it's this, oh, it's so backwards in the video camera on the screen. It's called Buck, you can't really see the name. It's called Buck, and it's kind of like the darker matte brown. Using just like a regular eyeshadow brush, I got this from CVS. I'm going to dip it into Buck. And I always, I don't know, I find that these eyeshadows get onto the brush really heavily, so I always tap it off a little bit. Otherwise, I have a lot of fallout on my face. And I'm basically just gonna put this color on my eyelid. Not all the way, like just up to the crease. Because I don't want eyeshadow all over my entire face. I'm gonna put it up to the crease. Just like that. And then, with whatever is left on the brush, I'm kind of going to try and blend it up here a little bit. Now, I'm not going all the way up to like my nose. I'm just going like in a little bit to like where my eye socket is. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Kind of just blending it out and up a teeny bit. So that it's like that. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of a darker color. It's actually the color I use for my eyebrows. It's called Black Plum, and it's a Bobbi Brown shadow. I'm going to dip it in very lightly, just like the tip of it, just like this, and then tap it off a lot. And I'm going to kind of go just right in here and darken it up a little bit on the outer, like the outer, what is that called? Oh, crease. On the outer part of my crease. Just like that. to give it a little bit more depth. Just like that. I'm going to go back to Buck on the Naked palette, and I'm going to take my little pencil brush, which, I mean, I've abused this thing. It's the same company as my other eyeshadow brush, but it broke. It actually broke while I was in a Forever 21 dressing room. I was touching up my makeup, and it broke, and the bottom half fell onto the floor, rolled under the little divider between my dressing room and the woman's next door, and I mean, either she didn't notice or she noticed and felt awkward or something, so she didn't say anything, and I kind of felt awkward about it too, so I was going to be like, excuse me, knock knock, can you hand me the bottom half of my eyeshadow brush? So I kind of just left it alone. So I have half of an eyeshadow pencil brush. Yeah, this is the makeup that I have. So I'm going to dip that into Buck again. What I do is I roll it around just the tip, and then I tap it off. Just like that. You can't see it, but there's like smoke coming up. It's not smoke, but it's like extra product. So dip it, tap it, and I'm just gonna do like right under my eyelash line with Buck. And I don't go all the way in. I go like to here. Do the same thing with the other eye. I'm just gonna take the Buck and put it right under the lash line, most of the way in. I have this tiny little trio from Smashbox. These 3 colors in it, you can't really, oh yeah, there you can see them. There's like a matte, I guess it's kind of like an off-white ivory color, then like a light nude color with a teeny bit of shimmer, and then like a shimmery brown. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to dip it into the light, like matte ivory color, and tap it off. And what I do is I put it right in the corner where my tear duct is, like this. It kind of like opens up your eyes a little bit and just makes them look like more awake. I highlight very lightly under my eyebrow, because I find sometimes when I highlight there like too much, I kind of look like a clown. So I put very lightly, and then I kind of blend it out with my finger because I don't want it to be so crazy. I also highlight, and I'm not sure if anyone else does this, but I do this. I highlight down the center of my nose. Then I highlight on the top of my cheekbones, kind of like where my blush ends. And then I take my fingers and kind of just like lightly go over it to make sure it's all like rubbed in, because otherwise it just look like you have white stripes on your face and it looks like war paint a little bit. I obviously already have my eyeliner on, and you can see it pretty well, but not really well, so I'm just gonna quickly go over that. And I'm not going to put it into this video because it's going to take a lot of time, so if you want to, I'm going to link my eyeliner tutorial video in the down bar below, and you can go and watch that and see how I do it. Okay, so now that I have redone my eyeliner, this is where we're going to add our pop of color. I'm using a kind of like a turquoisey blue eyeliner, kind of the equivalent of a kind of like a gel, not a gel, but like one of those like aqua kind of, like those aqua eyes kind of eyeliner. Like a little shimmery and glides on really smoothly, and it's just like a packed with like rich color. I'm gonna take it and I'm going to line, okay, I'm gonna hold my mirror up so you can like see what I'm doing, so I'm not like looking down. Sharper with, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna line right underneath my eyelashes. But I'm not gonna go in all the way. I'm going to go in kind of to the middle there. I'm going to add some to my waterline so you can see the color better, because the whole point was that it was a pop of color, and without it, it's just, there's barely any color there. So I'm literally just going to take the pencil and line my waterline with it, but only up until the point that I lined it on the outside. So I'm not going to go all the way in to my inner corner. I'm just doing it part of the way in, like to here. So yeah, that's how I achieved the look. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you can draw some inspiration or do the same look, and look really awesome like me. What up? I'm kidding. That's not really. I'm gonna get like 70 billion hater comments like, she's so full of herself, but that's really not the case at all. So anyway, so this is the whole look. I hope I was able to do it in a way that is easy to follow and easy to do. Let me know if you like this, the overall look, or just how let me know how I did with my makeup tutorial, if I did it well. And yeah, that's about it. Rate, comment, request, subscribe, and I will see you around YouTube. Bye.